Welcome everyone back to Trendz here on Inner Sanctum. Hope we're all doing really well. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let us know that you're enjoying the content. There is a plethora of content here on YouTube and on the website that you can go to and check out and keep up to date with sport all around the world. So let's run the intro and get into this episode of Trendz.
But I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Well, we're coming up to... I always count the halfway point when everyone's had a bye. We're just a week away from that happening. So I thought, good time to do everyone's all Australian if it was at this point. So there's a few controversial selections in there. This is just my point of view. Make sure you put your 22 in there. We've gone with a 22 because I don't buy into the sub. I'm sure they will do AA sub, no doubt about it. So you can put your 23 if you want in there. But let's get straight into who I've seen to be in the All Australian. And we start with the back line. And I think this one's, for me, a no-brainer. A guy that has really impressed me this year. Essendon's own Mason Redman, 25 years old. And he is going pretty well. Top 20 in the league for effective disposals. Top 20 in the league for rebounds. Top 13 for meters gained. He's been a real staple of the turnaround there, and particularly their transition game. The number one side in the comp for scores in D50, and coming from the D50, and Mason Redman's a big part of that. An absolute terrific footballer who has really shone this year and really been a big rebound threat in the back half of the ground. He's joined there by two Sainters, big Wilkie. Wilkie has been super impressive this year, and he's really had a massive leap under Ross. He's always been a good player, though. Top 3 in the league for intercepts, top 6 for total marks, top 20 for 1%ers. The intercept one-on-one specialist. He has been sensational this year. Really tough to beat, keeping key forwards honest. But also, when they're not getting the marks, he hurts them. And he's a very, very impressive footballer. And for me, a walk-up start for the All-Australian. And I've kind of cheated here because there's a few halfbacks I wanted to cram in. So I've thrown him in the back pocket, which is really stiff. But I figured the AA do what they want. But top 10 in the league for meters gained. Top 6 for effective disposals. This guy here is elite. Jack Sinclair, for me, one of the most underrated players in the league. An absolute threat everywhere he goes. And I had to have him in. I love Sinclair. Halfback line, we're cooking on gas here. And I figured that they are probably the most impressive team in the league. Top 8 for meters gained. Also top 20 for inside 50s. He just play higher up the ground. Top 20 for meters gained. Dan Houston, whether it's on the wing, whether it's in midfield or halfback flank, this guy has really shone, particularly with his transitional threat. I've tried to pick the team with that. This is really showcasing my penchant for rebounding defenders. I'm a huge fan of Dan Houston. I think he's sensational. Captain, without a shadow of a doubt for me, a guy that has impressed. I loved Darcy Moore being captain when I heard he was getting the gig, and I haven't changed. Mr. 1%er himself, top 10 for rebounds, top 4 for intercepts, top 20 for marks per game, top 4 for contested marks. There's nothing that Darcy Moore can't do, and captaincy has made him a better player, in my opinion. He is everywhere. He's reliable. He's safe. He rarely has a bad game. Has to be the captain of my All-Australia. I don't think there's anyone close for me at the moment. Pound for pound, the best captain in the league. And Nicky D, off halfback. No surprise for my love for Nick Dacos. Sensational. Without a shadow of a doubt, sensational. Most effective disposals in the comp. Second meters gained. What can't he do? Number 1 uncontested player. top 20 for score involvements. You've got your rebound threat, your meters gained, but also your ability to get into the involvement side of things. I think that back six is unbeatable, to be honest. Unbeatable. Get it inside 50 at your peril. Inside 50 at your peril. Centre line, we've gone here. We've cheated here. Goulden does play a bit of the wing work across half forward. Can go on the ball as well. But Errol Goulden is one of my wings. We've kind of mirrored the AFL, but top 5 inside 50s. Do you know what I mean? One of the best kicks in the comp. Meters gained. I love Errol Goulden. I think he's had a strong, strong year. Joined with Marcus Bontempelli. Underrated. We don't hear about it, but his tackles inside 50, his tackles around the ground, his clearance work, the ability to gain meters gain, bring players in, top 20 for scorer involvements and goal assists. I think with the forward line and also the midfield with the defense there, he's going to be such an important conduit. And for me, the best wingman in the comp, Josh Dacos. I am a big fan of Big Joshy, and Josh is there as well. Works hard, gets involved in that final third, isn't scared to come back and help his defense as well. And I feel like with the back line there, getting the ball to these two, Goulden and Dacos, it's goals galore. I'm a big fan of this centre line. I think that's fairly unbeatable. Half forward, we've got some exciting factors here. We've got Toby Green. I've loved Toby Green's game this year with 32 goals already coming from it. Impact player, isn't he? Impact player. I think that he can do the unthinkable. He's classy. He's tenacious. He's got all the skills to pay the bills. A real dynamo threat. Jeremy Cameron, you can't argue with this guy, can you? He's up there with the best, if not the best player in the league. Top second in the goal kicking at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Top 3 for scoring involvements, partly from that. But his ability to mark inside 50, his ability to move up the ground, free himself up. I think he's pretty unstoppable on his day. And Timmy Taranto next to him. I've loved Tim Taranto playing across the half forward and on the ball. His ability around the stoppage work as well is absolutely insane. Not shy of the goals as well. Had to fit him in somehow. I love Tim Taranto. What a move for him. And the full forward line. Got to have a bit of glitz and glamour, but a guy that combines goals with tackle pressure, I'm a big fan. And top 10 for tackles inside 50. 4 per game as well. You've got to think of that. Tackles inside 50 is 4th for that. Goals 34 this year. He's a goal magnet as well. Great celebration. Real excitement machine. Alongside my boy, Charlie Kerner, reigning Coleman. You wouldn't put it past him to do it again. Playing in a side that's inside 50s are about as dodgy as a North Korean distribution, to be honest, but he keeps doing it time and time again. I'm a big fan of Charlie Kerner. I think what a dream to go and watch this forward line play. All of them excitement machines, and Charlie, he's my boy. And Bailey Fritz, I think the most underrated forward in the league. Everyone needs this. His ability to work and mark on the lead, create options, be another avenue to go, take the pressure off his keys. Phenomenal. I love his set shot. He invariably gets the job done. I think he's an out-and-out goal scorer. And for me, he would be someone on an open market, I think, that people would probably not talk about. But every club would fit Bailey Fritz into their forward line. Great year. The followers, Timmy English. We've been waiting for Max Gawn and Brodie Grundy, the dominance to end. I think Tim English has been sensational this year, particularly his work rate around the ground has really, really impressed me. He has been supreme in that avenue. He has really created dimensions to his game. The improvement around the ground for me has just been sensational, but his ruck work hasn't taken a back step. His ability as well to just slot in behind the ball has been really impressive this year. And I think for me, he's really come of age. John Dawson and Butters are his followers. Dawson, I love the way that they play. I love the way Adelaide play, but this guy is so well-rounded. In my opinion, probably the best balanced midfielder in the comp. Whether He's playing outside or inside, defending or attacking. There is nothing this guy can't do. And I am a huge fan. And Zaki Butters really having a good year. Tough, tenacious. He's got skills as well. He can get the game going. Walk up start in that midfield. And then my bench, got some good players here. Caleb Sarong. I have enjoyed Sarong's year. And No Chera, limited Fife. He's really stepped up this year. He is really, really stepped up. And he had a good year a couple of years ago. And he's really come of age. Really well-rounded. Gets involved in the game. Not many weaknesses in there. A surprise for some, Oscar Allen. I can't look past the fact the guy's 33 goals, 11th in goals, 6th in the goal kicking, 11th in goals per game. And he's playing for a side that is woeful. But he takes his opportunities. If you put him in Geelong or any other team, he'd probably win the Coleman. Absolute sensational year. Connor Rose, again, meters gained, getting the ball forward, aggressive. He's really, really having a year. And track, we end with one of my favourite players to watch. And I think that's a no-brainer. It doesn't really need explaining. But that is the Poms All-Australian mid-season. Let me know in the comments what you think. It was tough. There's some honourable mentions, I suppose, in the comments. You'll let me know about it. But that's how I've seen it. Let me know. Pick them. And until next time, Trendz.